Alright, my friends, so here we are again when another one of those I couldn't find it videos. So I'm gonna make my own. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist, I just couldn't find it. So I had an issue with this new lawnmower that I bought. Um, something was wrong with the starter, so we thought. The guy who sold it to me said that sometimes it seems like the starter was working, sometimes it wasn't. That turned out to be not to be the problem. However, I'm going to show you the starter and I guess how you can check it as far as the little electrical stuff that I can tell you. That way at least you can check the starter on this device, and which is this little thing here, and you can go from there hopefully. Now what I have here is a 7 to 10 year old, I think, Black & Decker lawnmower. It's the model cm1640, and it's a 16-inch blade with 40 volt lithium batteries. It came with two. I bought this thing with two batteries, a charger, and of course the lawnmower itself for $20. So you can't beat that, right? That's really great. Now, when I was using the lever, this lever here, and pushing the start button, I could tell that there was something not quite right there. It felt loose and jiggly, and since I don't know anything about lawnmowers really, so I just figured I'll open it up, and of course things fell out because that's how I do it. And I wasn't able to find a good diagram on how this thing was put together, so I went ahead and figured it out, and I'm gonna hopefully show you guys here how to test the starter, how the setup works, and then how to set up the starter kit, because you can get one for like 75 bucks, but I don't want to do that. And how to test the starter. So to begin with, you'll want to get yourself a multimeter, and I got myself like a little $8 one. For continuity testing, you put it on this one. There are other symbols for continuity in other devices. Again, I'm not an electrician, I'm not a hobbyist, so I just got me this cheap little one, really simple. And continuity basically means if there's electricity flowing. If there's a cut in the electricity flow, like a fuse breaks, a fuse burns out, and there's no connection between one end and the other end, that means there's no continuity, right? No continuous electricity flowing. So I'm going to show you how I saw somebody test it on the internet, on YouTube. And what you do is you put either one, it doesn't really matter, on one and then the other, and you can see that it says 0. That means that there is flow going through there. And I want to show you what the part looks like here. This thing is $15 if you need it. JIABEN JB182325 25A 36VD.C, and the number is 143237. So the way that this sits in here, now you've got this thing here, which is very important. You've got the kill switch here, which is connected down in here, goes around here and back into this wire that goes into the machine, to the motor itself. This whole thing can come right off just like that. Okay, so if you need to replace it, you've got the black and white on the right side, and you've got black and white on the, or black, white and green on the left side if you're looking at it in this direction. Okay, so the green wire goes under, that's where they put it, and then it also goes into the main black wire here. Okay, so if you need to replace this, that's the setup of how it goes. Really simple. So what we're going to do is, now this thing comes up here like this. You can just pop it right out, and it has to sit right underneath there. Okay, let me back out a little bit here. So what happens is you've got the button over here, right? Which in this machine you have to push the button and then pull the red lever, Okay, so what's going on here, the way that it sits, I'm going to go ahead and sit it up now. Okay, and let me see, right about there. You've got the lever here, which is connected with this little, let me see here, right here, very simple, like this. Okay, you come in from here, turn it, and there it sits. Now you've got this spring with this metal piece here, which is actually a little bit bent, and that actually seems to have been the problem with my machine, because the way that this works is like this. Is there an air show going on? So it's supposed to have a third. This one's already falling off. I'm going to end up putting it back together with tape. And you can release the cable from the machine itself. Okay, so I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to put that in there, right? Okay, so there. Now that's sitting in there. All right. All right. Now this part here, you got this little brass part here next to the spring, and it actually sits in this little slot right here. It's very easy to see that sits like that. It's very easy. Now, the issue that we're having is this. As I told you, it's feeling weak and like it's the button feels like it's loose. This felt like it was loose. And what happens is when you put the cover back on, this lever goes down. Okay, this lever goes down, but it doesn't go out all the way. Once you push the button down, then this thing goes down all the way like this. You see how it hooked up to that part there? Okay, you see how right here it hooked into this part here? It's supposed to be sitting there. Now once you pull this back, look what happens to this part here. To this part here. Oh wait. What's amazing about these electric lawnmowers is that you need to install the battery. Dumbass. I took the battery out a few minutes ago. So anyway, once this is in here, and then you pull the lever back, you see that? So here, when it pushes this, this is the starter. This is supposed to grip. When you push the button down, it hooks up to that part there. And when you pull the red lever, and on mine, that's what was bent. I could hear it go click, like click. So it was probably loose, and that was the issue that I had with mine. Other than that, you can hear that it actually works as soon as, if I can keep that lever in that slot, and I activate and I pull the lever, the red lever, then it activates the starter and the whole thing actually works. So what I'm going to end up doing, either I'm going to bend this a little bit, or I'm just going to put some tape onto that, make sure that that sits in the proper slot when I close the cover, and that'll be that. All I have to do, I won't have to push the button, and I'll just push the or pull the red lever, and I'm good to go. So in any case, this thing is 7 to 10 years old, cost me 20 bucks. It doesn't need to be pretty, it doesn't need to show off to anybody. You know, I'm not a show off. I like things simple, just make it work. That's gonna work. I know it works. Anyway, thank you. I hope that my video helps somebody out there who's bought a used one just like I did, and you don't have really real instructions and you can't find anything. And hopefully that is a simple problem that yours had, as opposed to, well, this is only $15, but that's money you have to spend. All right, thank you.